What's going on, everybody? This is Coach Danny Wilson, NHACG. We back at it again with another info video. Today's topic I want to talk about is how to help student athletes navigate through the transfer portal. As of 2020, the transfer portal had became a major component in recruiting at the Division I and Division II levels. A lot of players, because of the COVID year, were able to put their names in the transfer portal and move freely about and throughout the NCAA. Prior to that, if you were going from a Division I program to another Division I program, you would have to sit out a year in men's basketball and also in men's football, in football too. But now the rules have changed due to the transfer portal. You can put your name in, and if a school picks you up out of the portal, you can transfer and you'll be able to play immediately at that new school. So I just wanted to give some pointers to players on how to navigate through this transfer portal. First, I want to talk to my players coming out of high school. I've spoken to several college coaches, and a lot of them are using the portal more than they would recruiting an incoming freshman. And the reasoning behind that is because they'd rather get a player with experience playing at the college level, whether it be Division I or Division II, to come into their program, and they're more inclined to pick up the system faster, and they're already able to physically compete at that level, as opposed to bringing in a freshman who never played college basketball before, and physically they may or may not be able to compete at that level, and they might be a year away. So, if a coach is in a win-now mode, they definitely want to hit the transfer portal and bring in a player with experience, and or try to get a JUCO guy. So, my incoming freshman, please keep that in mind. The opportunities just may not be there at the targeted or desired Division I or Division II institution that you feel that you can play at. You might want to start to explore other possibilities and other opportunities. But now I want to get into my current college players who are either in the portal already or looking to put their name in the portal. Putting your name in the portal is a great thing. It's a great opportunity for coaches to see you. I have nothing against players doing that. I just want to talk to the players who are looking to get into the portal and they think that it's a magic thing and I just put my name in there and somebody's going to pick me up. You got to understand how the coaches' minds work at especially at the Division I level. So if I'm a Division I college basketball coach and I look in the portal and I see a player from a specific school or a specific conference, let's say it's a Power 5 conference, right? And that player may not be getting the touches that they want, or they just might not be getting the playing time. So they might be looking to move down a conference, or they might be able to make a lateral move. If I'm looking at a player in a Power 5 conference, first of all, I already know that player is an elite player. If you got a scholarship and you played at a Power 5 conference, you are one of the best players in the country. So I'm already have the understanding that if I bring this person in, I'm already bringing in a high-level basketball player or a high-level football player that's going to be able to come in and produce immediately. Especially, when you're talking about making a lateral move. But if you're talking about going down a level, so that player may feel like, well, you know what, I want to get a little bit better chance to shine. I might go from a power conference, I might go down, a level, and just really be able to go there and dominate and put up numbers and give myself the best opportunity to market and showcase myself to play at the pro level. A mid-level or a low-level Division I coach is going to snatch that kid 100 out of 100 times before he takes a kid coming out of high school, or he's going to take that Power Five conference player before he takes another Division I player that may not be in a Power Five conference or may not have the numbers that are comparable to what this player is doing at the Power Five conference, if that makes sense. So basically what I'm saying is, like, if you're a player and you may not have the greatest numbers at a low level Division I or Division II program and you put your name in the portal, who do you think that coach is going to take? They're going to take the guy playing at the higher level, even though their numbers might be less than yours. It all balances out because the level of competition that they're playing against is much higher than where you're at. So, that's something that's very important that I don't think the players going into this transfer portal thing really understand how it works. I personally feel if you're at a lower level tier, whether it be Division I or Division II, and if you're at a lower tier school and you don't have outstanding numbers, the transfer portal may not necessarily be in your best interest, just because you could put your name in there, and if you don't have outstanding numbers that jump out off the screen, you could potentially just sit there and not get contact from anybody. So what I suggest you should do is reach out to somebody like myself, reach out to me, and I could put you in a position to get your film directly to coaches that fit your player profile. And now there's no wait time. There's no downtime. But, the transfer portal is not a magical thing that'll just get players, scholarships just because their names are in there. You have to think out of it this way from a coach's perspective. Players, listen closely. If I have a $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 scholarship, who do you think I'm going to give it to? You think I'm going to give it to a guy at a low-level Division I or a low-level Division II program that's averaging 2, 3, 4, 5 points a game? Or I can get a guy coming from a Power 5 conference or a major, but a mid-major college team that's doing well, that might be nationally ranked, and he's putting up 10, 15 points a game. Of course I'm going to take that guy because he's proven what he can do at a high major level. You know what I mean? Like, you have to understand how to properly market yourself. Everything isn't for everybody. And I think that if you do your background research on what it is that you're trying to look for out of the transfer portal, or just do your research on what schools you're looking to target, you're probably better off contacting that coach directly. You got to remember, there's over 300 Division I coaches already every day looking on the portal. So if you're a Division II guy, you're already competing with players at that level, So you have to be an elite Division II player to even get the attention of a mid-major or a high-major Division I coach. And I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm just saying that you just need to understand how to navigate through this process. And the process has to make sense for you. What the other guy did and how they might have navigated through the portal, that may not be the best for you. And that's okay. Each player is different. Each player's recruiting process is different. So I hope this information was helpful to my current players that are in the portal, guys looking to get into the portal, and also, like I said, the incoming freshmen coming in. You guys, you incoming freshmen, you really have to do your homework and do your due diligence, because the transfer portal, like I said earlier, has become a major component in the recruiting process, and it's not that there are not talented players coming out of high school, because they are, and there's always going to be talented players coming out of high school, but if a coach has an opportunity to get a guy or to get a female that has already played and proven themselves at that level, they are always going to take that person first before they run the risk of putting their faith or putting that scholarship into a 17, 18-year-old freshman coming out of high school that's never played college basketball. You know, when we're talking about those guys coming out, we're talking about the top 100, 200 players in the country. So, of course, it makes sense for them to get scholarships at, Power 5 conference schools. But, if you're an incoming freshman, just make sure you do your due diligence and find out which works best for you. So again, I hope this information was helpful to everybody. Best of luck this season, and we'll see you guys soon.